Alright, today is different. There are a couple of important things we have to take care of. One of the rabbits, one of our bucks, has ear mites apparently. I don't know how that happened because he's alone in a tractor, separated from the others. Then number two, we need to move the small rabbits from the cage into our chicken tractor as a temporary housing. And number three, we need to unload over 1,000 pounds of feed. That's going to be the workout of today. And yeah, not all of that was planned. Actually, nothing of that was planned for right now, but let's do it. Starting with Rambo. Who is Rambo? This guy. This guy. You're Rambo. That's Charlie. You're Charlie. You're Charlie. That's Rambo. Oh yeah, you have a serious case of the ear infections. Mein Lieber. The big boy. Let's show it.
Is that Rambo?
That is Rambo. Yikesy. We should have caught this a little earlier, huh? But yeah, well. So we have to do this now. Aber vorsichtig und viel rein. Da oben auch. Okay. Okay. Sorry, buddy. Don't want to touch it. All right. So, tomorrow again. All right. Cool. So, number one, that was easy. All right. So now we are repurposing this chicken tractor as temporary rabbit housing. And I think we're gonna move it all the way up because it's easier to move down hill than uphill. Can we move? Just gonna remove that stuff that we typically use for, speaking of no spiders. There is one. All the chicken stuff gonna move out, and then of course, then instead of the nipple bars that rabbits are probably not gonna be able to drink from, we have to use a regular rabbit nipple. And the risk is here that they're gonna dig out. That's why we will have to move them every day for sure and keep an eye on them, make sure they're not digging, because we don't have any apron here around, but I think it'll be fine. Otherwise we're gonna be chasing rabbits tomorrow morning. And I'm even thinking in Manlo then we can use something like this, maybe with an apron on the inside or on the outside, to raise rabbits instead of stationary coops. Have like a nesting box built in, and you know, that way I don't have to worry about deep litter or any of that. But that's a discussion for another day. Let's get our rabbits. So we need hay. Are we gonna move all of them, huh? Including the mom? Come here, little one. Number one. Huh? You're gonna have a blast. Go in here. You leave it, Ruby. Ruby, go away. Cage raised and grass finished, huh? That's something you don't hear very often. And you? Are you ready? Are you ready for pasture, buddy? Actually, we could have, well, we don't have to do it now, but at some point we can check if they are male or female. So we kind of know what's the happy hap. Off you go. We're trying to get Mommy. Mommy is less cooperative. And because of the setup in here, it's a little not quite as easy. I don't want to just pull her out by the ears like I would do with kids. Come, Mommy. Come. Come. Nothing is gonna happen. Only good stuff, trust me. Come. Yeah, she might bite me. Come. Alright. Trust me, you're gonna like it. Way better than the cage. Off you go. Alright. Now all we need is hay, pellets, and water. So here we need to install the nipple, and I'm thinking of just cutting out a little piece here for this guy to fit. I have to check the exact size, what makes most sense, but probably just one of those I need to cut out, place the nipple. We should be good to go with the water. Alright, means I need the pliers real quick. Alright, party people, go away. I want to clip you. I'm gonna put this right, actually here on the side a little bit. Oh, chica. Something's trying to assassinate me. Alright. Ribby, are you a pain in the ass? Come here, move. All right, got the hose. Water is running. I might have to shorten this guy a little to more like so. All right, that's läuft. Oui, it's already full. Cool. We got water. We need feed now. Have this out of the way. The grit goes to the chickens. Careful, buddy. Don't want to pinch your paw. This goes to the chickens. That's the grit that chickens need to pre-digest their food since they don't have any teeth. This is gonna go to where we have the grit. Just need to wash and dry this, I suppose. Cleaned this in 30 seconds. Impressive, huh? No, that's a new one. So we can be a little quicker and don't have to dry it before the pellets go in there. We have to interrupt this program for a quick shout out to our sponsor Sweat Tent. Sweat Tent is my favorite way of sauna bathing because it's fairly inexpensive, it's very affordable, and it has a wood stove that increases the temperature on the inside of this tent to 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Obviously you can control how hot you want to get it, but if you're really into intensive sauna bathing, then the Sweat Tent is the way to go. It's easy to remove, easy to set up. The wood stove is absolutely awesome. We love it. It has room for at least 4 adults, comes with a bench, and it heats up in only 20 minutes. You're ready to jump into the sauna and get an excellent sweat. I'm sweating already just standing here. I'm not even in there yet. But thanks for Sweat Tent for sponsoring this video. If you want to know more about Sweat Tent, check out our dedicated review. Check out the discount link and code that we have in the description. And with that, back to the video. And here we're just gonna repurpose those pellets here without spilling. Okay, this needs to be cleaned. This we can fill up even more. And we got the feed. Rabbits, we got your food. Don't be food for the dog. Not yet. Come. Go back. look what we got here. Yes, you'll be able to fit. You'll figure it out. Probably with a lot of spill, but we'll see. Cool. Last thing, hay. The only downside here is, of course, because they are rabbits and not, well, doesn't really matter, but the tarp here is not reflective as the metal roofing in our tractors, and so there's a little bit more heat in here, so I'm thinking of maybe if we're gonna get them some of those solar panels in here as well. And all of those zip ties you guys might chew. Cool, so hay. What are we gonna do with hay? I think we're gonna just use this guy. The cool thing with this feeder is that it has those lips here that you can just bend over to attach it, and I think that's what we're gonna do in there as well. What are you doing? Using the pellet feeder as cover. Come, Raven, move. And I'm thinking we're gonna put this somewhere here. Okay, now the only thing is I need to bend this from the outside. Can you maybe do this? Just bend those over, Perfecto. Okay, that should be it. All right, so I think that should be it. It is hot. The fans, I'm not sure what we're gonna do with the fans. We'd have to steal, I think, fans. They're powered, they're USB, so we don't want to run electricity. I mean, we could, but I think it's easier with the solar panels if we attach them just up here. But the question is, those two fans that are going to make a difference. They might. But yeah, I think so. That was rabbits. Ear mites, transferring those. Now the best part, cleaning up. Nobody likes cleaning up. We need to clean out that cage. Make sure it's ready for the next emergency, which hopefully will not come until we move. I'm adding more water to that bowl here that the bees have started using as a water source, so we keep that filled. And now the easy part is done. Now we need to shovel, transfer over 1,000 pounds of feed into drums. It's gonna be fun. All right, the next task is to shovel all of that feed into drums. We have rabbit pellets, and we buy organic rabbit pellets from New Country Organics. Our chicken feed is from there as well. It's low PUFA, meaning low in polyunsaturated fatty acids, which are inflammatory if consumed in high amounts. And because we are already eating so many PUFAs as part of our, well, not we particularly, but as a society, we try to reduce our PUFA intake as much as we can. And so we have 1,000 pounds of chicken feed and 15 bags, or 13 and 2, of rabbit pellets, and they all need to go into feed drums in there. And unfortunately the delivery guy could not move the pellet all the way there because it was soft ground. His pellet check wouldn't go on grass, so we have to go back and forth, which is the workout of the day. No need to pay for a gym membership if you haul that stuff manually. All right. So you can kind of see what's going on in here. So here we have the individual feed drums with grower feed, with some of the turkey feed that we didn't use because we decided not to get turkeys this year after we had already ordered them, because we are moving to our new property soon and we want to have as little to move as possible. So we still have the feed, no turkeys. And it looks like all the rabbit feed is on the other side. So we're gonna come over to the other side with those bags, fill it right in. And layer feed, we have layer, so we can fill those up here. Grower, and another layer feed on the other end, which I think we're gonna move over to this side here. We're gonna make this a layer. Yes. We're gonna make it easy on us. And it smells like a rat died in here. Well, not in the drum, but somewhere in his tent here. All right. Broiler feet, grower feet. Turkey. Oh, there are still feet in there. Excellent. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna empty this guy first, bring up the feed drum, empty this guy, so it's empty, and then we start filling it up. You know, this stuff is a lot of feed that you have to haul in, and that's one of the reasons why chickens are not really the ideal homestead animal when it comes to being self-sufficient and resilient, because if the food supply, if the grain supply breaks down, your chickens might be done. However, in Manla, we're gonna experiment. We're gonna do a couple of experiments. We're gonna raise egg layers just on what they can find on pasture, not feeding them every single day, you know, grain, versus the ones that we feed like we do today. And the same with broilers, to see what is the difference and how sustainable is it to raise chickens both for eggs and as well as for meat, and see if it's worth it. Because if it is, or if we get close to it being worth it, then we'll probably do that and save a lot of money in the process and make ourselves more resilient from a food supply perspective. So how many we need? I think I counted, and by the way, those feed drums, those food grade stainless steel feed drums have been incredibly useful. I mean, they're waterproof, but obviously they can rust. The top can, as you can see here, if you expose them to rain, that's why we have them in a tent. But the good news is the rats cannot get in. We used to have just the pellets in here, and you know, the rats obviously would chew through the bags and get into the feed and stuff. Those have been incredibly helpful. They're not super inexpensive. I don't even know how much we pay them, but it's obviously more than some cheaper solutions. But they've been incredibly useful, and we're gonna use them in Manla a lot. Here the problem is a little bit that they are stacked in a way that if you need to get to the middle, it's a pain in the butt. So I would rather have them, you know, in like rows where I can walk in between and move the cart. Here we don't have the space. In Manla we will, and so that's a nice thing. And we feed approximately 350 pounds of feed into one of those drums with 1,000 pounds. So that means we should be able to get away with 3 barrels, if my math is correct. And so let's see what we need here. We have rabbit. We should be able to fill the 15 bags into those 3, and then we have enough for a layer. So that means we can move this guy. We have 1, 2, 3. That should be enough, so we can leave the empties in here, and we have 1, 2, 3 empty. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to filling stuff up here, and we can leave this unused in the middle. Leave this unused here. This is gonna be our first one we fill up. Number 2 and number 3, and we should be golden, but we'll start with the rabbits. Never mind, because it was only 2 bags. And now is the big chicken feed, and then we have more rabbit pellets. Since I plan on not using this bag, I'm just gonna make my life a little easier here. Open this up more. And now we're gonna be running back and forth a million times. All right, if I count it correctly, that's 13 buckets for one drum. Well, we are done. iPhone overheated again, so it didn't catch all of my awesome work, but the thing here is we are done with 1,000 pounds of layer feed. We loaded some of the rabbit pellets onto the cart because we're gonna need them down where the rabbits are anyway. And so we have 12 bags or so more to go. We're gonna put over there. And then we're good to go. Let's do it. The truth is, I wish I had some help. Not with this, but with the stuff inside of the house, and with all the computer-y work. Or more help, I should say, because I already have a lot of help, but truth is, I really enjoy doing this stuff and spending more time on the outdoors and outside, which, you know, I'm doing, but I think I'm still sitting too much in front of the computer. And I don't mind the manual labor at all. In fact, I mean, get a free workout, you get free sun exposure, fresh air, meaningful work, you know what you did at the end of the day. What's not to like? Goodness is, I got a lot of help already on the inside. Team is growing, keeps growing. So we are getting there. Alright, I think this is full. And in case you wonder if you should be doing all of this with a meniscus that's torn into places and an MCL that's also cut in half, the answer is maybe. But as long as it doesn't hurt, I will keep doing it. So my joints remember, and the ligaments remember what they're supposed to be doing, what their job is, without injuring them more. And so that's why I keep doing what I'm doing. And I think I'm gonna fill this. Oh, we still have layer feed here. Excellent, good to know. All right, so we've one more layer that we had not used yet, that we're gonna use next. And so we have rabbit here. And we're gonna fill up. All right, that was 1,600 pounds of feed, 600 pounds of rabbit pellets, 1,000 pounds of layer feed, a lot of core, upper body work, workout completed, chores completed. Well, now we have to clean up. But we'll do that. Go away, ant. Don't pee on me. We'll clean up and we're done for the day. Well, we're done for right now. Well, if you're thinking, well, that homesteading is all great, but I have a day job, I can't do any of that. I mean, the truth is, oh, it is a lot of work. But at the end of the day, you know, I chose my day job so I can do this. And at one point only do this. Not to make money with homesteading, with selling animal products, but with having accumulated enough passive income that I'll be able to do only that. Until then, there's more work to do in front of the computer and probably more work here tomorrow. See you next time.